Okay, so I want you to think about the last time you went a full day without sugar. Not just candy. I mean everything. The creamer in your coffee, the bread with your lunch, the fruit juice you thought was healthy. Just one day. Most of us genuinely can't remember the last time that happened. And that's not an accident. The average person today consumes around 17 teaspoons of added sugar every single day. The World Health Organization recommends no more than 6, nearly 3 times the safe limit, every day, without most people even realizing it. So what if you actually stopped completely for just 7 days? Not forever. Just 7. Here's what the science says actually happens. Day 1. Day 1 is where most people tap out before they've even started. Within the first 12 to 24 hours, your blood glucose levels begin to drop and stabilize, and your body starts throwing a bit of a fit about it. Here's what's happening biologically. Sugar hijacks the same dopamine reward pathways in your brain that are activated by substances like cocaine and nicotine. I know that sounds dramatic, but a 2013 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that high glycemic foods activate the nucleus accumbens, the brain's addiction center, in a way that closely mirrors substance dependency. So when you take the sugar away, your brain genuinely notices. It starts signaling for more. You might feel irritable, a little foggy, maybe a headache. These aren't signs you're doing something wrong. They're signs you're doing something right. The cravings are real, and they're neurological, not just a lack of willpower. Most people blame themselves when they slip up, when actually, they're fighting a biochemical response that's been engineered over decades of processed food design. Days 2 and 3. By day 2 and 3, something starts to shift. Your insulin levels begin to stabilize. When you eat sugar regularly, your pancreas is constantly releasing insulin to manage the spikes. Over time, your cells become less sensitive to it. That's insulin resistance, and it's the precursor to type 2 diabetes, which now affects over 500 million people globally. According to the International Diabetes Federation, a study from Stanford found that just 2 weeks of sugar reduction significantly improved insulin sensitivity, and the first measurable changes appeared within the first 72 hours. Your body does not need months to start responding. It needs days. Around day 2, sleep starts shifting as well. Research published in the Journal of Sleep Research found that high sugar intake leads to more fragmented sleep and more frequent waking during the night. As your sugar drops, your sleep architecture begins to stabilize. You might find yourself waking up, feeling slightly more rested without changing anything else. Days 4 and 5. This is where things get genuinely interesting. By day 4 and 5, the worst of the withdrawal is easing, and your body is being forced to find other fuel sources, specifically fat. When glucose isn't constantly flooding your system, your liver begins producing ketone bodies from stored fat. You don't have to be on a full ketogenic diet to experience this. Simply reducing sugar enough triggers a partial metabolic shift. And with that shift comes something most people describe the same way: mental clarity. Ketones are actually a more efficient fuel for the brain than glucose. A 2012 study in Neurobiology of Aging found that even mild ketosis improved cognitive function and memory in older adults. The brain fog you didn't even realize you had starts to lift. That 2 p.m. slump that used to hit like a wall, it starts to flatten out. Your skin is also starting to change. Sugar accelerates glycation, where sugar molecules bind to collagen and elastin, producing compounds called advanced glycation end products that contribute to premature aging. A 2010 study in clinical dermatology confirmed the link between high sugar diets and accelerated skin aging. 5 days in, inflammation is dropping and your skin is beginning to benefit. Real quick, if you're finding this useful, go ahead and hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this reach people who need to hear it, and it only takes a second. Days 6 and 7. By days 6 and 7, the data becomes remarkable. Your liver, which under a high sugar diet works overtime converting fructose into fat, is beginning to clear. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease now affects roughly 25% of global adults, and fructose is one of the primary drivers. A 2016 study by Dr. Robert Lustig at UCSF found that just 9 days of sugar restriction led to significant reduction in liver fat and improvement in every metabolic marker measured. You're at 7. Your gut microbiome is also shifting. Sugar feeds harmful bacteria and disrupts the microbial balance in your gut. Research has shown that dietary changes begin altering microbiome composition. Within 3 to 5 days, By day 7, beneficial bacteria are starting to repopulate, less bloating, calmer digestion, and your taste buds are literally changing. A study from Monell Chemical Senses Center showed that sugar preferences are driven by adaptation. The more you consume, the more you need to perceive sweetness. After a week, foods that tasted bland start tasting naturally sweet again. An apple starts tasting like dessert. Your sensory threshold has actually shifted. And your mood? A 2019 study in Scientific Reports, following over 23,000 people, found that men who consumed 67 grams or more of sugar per day were 23% more likely to develop depression over 5 years. After 7 days of reduced intake, cortisol levels begin normalizing. People consistently report feeling less anxious, more emotionally even. Practical reality. I want to be honest about something. Cutting sugar is hard because it's everywhere. In your salad dressing, your protein bars, your pasta sauce. The food industry has spent billions engineering products to hit what researchers call the bliss point, the precise combination of sugar, fat, and salt that maximizes craving and minimizes satisfaction. You're not fighting laziness. You're fighting a system designed to keep you coming back. The practical approach isn't perfection, it's awareness. Read labels. Focus on whole foods. Eat fruit. The fiber fundamentally changes how your body processes. Natural sugars and whole fruit consumption is consistently linked to better metabolic outcomes. The enemy isn't natural sugar in context. It's the added processed sugar, hiding in 74% of packaged products. Confirmed by a UCSF analysis of the food supply, 7 days is a reset. You're giving your brain, your liver, your gut, your skin, and your mood a chance to remember what they feel like without the noise. The reason most people never make it 7 days isn't discipline. It's understanding. When you don't know what's happening inside your body at each stage, there's nothing to push through. Now you know. Day 1 is neurological. Days 2 and 3 are hormonal. Days 4 and 5 are metabolic. Days 6 and 7 are restorative. Each phase has a biological reason, and each one is moving you towards something better. So the real question isn't whether your body can handle 7 days without sugar. It's whether you're willing to give it the chance to show you what it's actually capable of. If you want to keep learning the science behind what you eat and how it shapes the way you think, feel, and perform, hit subscribe. New videos every week, and I promise we go deep on things that actually matter. I'll see you in the next one.